Yeah, it should have, right? That's it didn't do what I thought it did, which is just automatically hit when I want it to. Really, you know, yeah, just instantly kills whatever.
You just want like a long-range banish, like hand of banish. Yeah,
exactly.
So
player, you can do that sort of.
Yeah.
going around the circle,
Yeah,
it is now Mr. Monster's turn because you didn't stun him again. No, it's not. Never mind. I'm just being fucking dumb. This is why initiative trackers exist, because when I start doing it in my head, numbers get turned into like instead of a set binary thing, they're kind of a splodge. But you know what? The system works, so it's Tobias's turn next.
Oh, it is. All right. See, here's the thing. This is stupid. I'm not messing around with this arrow anymore. I realize mundane damage isn't ideal, and even though it might break the arrow, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Is it possible for me to just kick the arrow into him?
Oh.
Yes.
Like, I feel like I've been pulling on this thing for 2 rounds now, and the Viking Rage is building.
Yeah.
So,
I guess that would be a strength-based unarmed attack.
Sure. I mean, I'm just trying to kick it into him.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What do I even roll for that? Just
Strength, I guess, and then we'll add your proficiency.
Sure. Huzzah. That's gonna be a 13.
That's a miss.
I
do
have
kick it,
3 attacks
just
though,
not there.
right? Am I able
Yep.
to?
Well, you get. I
That's
don't
a
think
6.
I'm going to allow you to dual wield leg.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
I only have 2 of them. That makes sense.
a 16 is a hit. So please give me your how much damage does a longbow do? 8, 1d8. So please give me a d8.
It's gonna be +5 because of +1 arrow, I guess.
Yes.
That's 9.
So it had 8 HP remaining. So like you kick once and just miss, and it straight up leers over you. Is like, do what you try, child. You'll never defeat. And then you just kick it again, and the arrow launches out the back of the thing, leaving a big hole in the middle. And its eyes just roll back into its head, and it collapses and starts sliding down as well, sending slate tiles just starting to clatter off the roof. And because it's a fiend, as it starts to fall, it starts to burn and into fiendish fire and into not much at all. And it straight up falls off the roof, splattering onto the ground below.
Oh, he did come down.
The lantern.
This is Drim.
The lantern.
Can I give reverse inspiration?
Yes.
Is that an
Give me
option?
disadvantage on my next attack.
I'll make you take aggravated willpower damage, please.
Sure, I haven't been touched in this fight.
I-
Give me damage. I deserve it.
Look to Virik and be like, I don't suppose you would be a pal and see if you can see where that arrow landed.
I can, but first, is the lantern still?
I'm gonna climb
I mean,
up.
it is a lantern.
Is it still? Okay, so it's still burning.
Is
Okay.
the night sky still above us?
We gotta.
No. When
Oh.
that thing is slain, it starts kind of like many illusions. It's not all at once. It's like much like when I transition between things on this stream. It just starts slowly turning back into day.
I'll say it. Okay. Deal with this, and then I'm gonna go look for his arrow. And I
Give me
pointed to the
a-
lantern.
Perception check, I suppose.
I'm gonna be climbing up while he's doing this still, because I'm halfway up the building at the
Considering you're halfway up, you just take a couple of minutes to get up.
That was like low, low, high, low.
I
Hi.
know.
Virik, you spring off the roof, landing safely, and do manage to find it in the courtyard around.
Sweet. Then I'm gonna
And it's
take the
and
slow
it's
way
because
back
it's a
up.
magic arrow, you like pull it out of the dirt, and it is absolutely fine.
Awesome.
Oh, cool. And then
Gotta
I'll
go
take
to a
the
bit of
slow way
lengths to
up.
the.
That arrow is expensive.
I'm gonna
It's
sit
okay.
down
It's useful.
and
It's
identify
useful.
the lantern. See if I can see what's going on with it still, if anything.
Please make a wisdom save.
Oh!
Very much there is the last Vajara, the one you were trying to find that got away
Has
from
all
you.
these things... Oh, it frozen.
You
Okay.
froze. I did not hear what you just said.
We thought you were like just sitting there
Being
staring at
very
it.
dramatic.
Yeah.
The last Vashara, the one that got away that you've been looking for, is inside that lantern. When you try to cast a spell on it, it tries to possess you. You do not have that shit. We are in grizzled, angry detective Barut mode. He does not allow that.
Mm-mm. Fuck off, ghost.
Fuck off, ghost.
Yeah, that's.
I kind of like hold my sword out, like,
Honestly, I'm holding this fucking lantern and I'm looking in it. Is it still fucking in
It
there?
is fused to the roof. This
Oh,
lantern.
okay. Then I'm down looking
Yeah,
at
no,
it, like lying on my belly looking at it. Like
yeah.
I'm not. Yeah.
But it is in there. That's what the identifier. Like, it's not magical. It's just it. That's what they do. They're gas creatures. They hide in the lanterns.
Yeah.
You tell us that this just happened to you almost?
No, I'm gonna say. You remember that little bitch who ran away from us in the maintenance tunnels?
Quite.
Yeah, in this lantern.
Oh.
Oh, good. I guess I technically still had that on if it hasn't been 10 minutes. Has it been 10 minutes from when we initially? Yeah, okay. Then that's fine.
You had to ran quite a bit.
True. Can it hear me in there?
How would you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm talking at it. It doesn't seem to be reacting at all to my words.
If you were hiding, would you react?
If I thought that I was not seen, yes.
It does not
Like
react.
if I thought that I was hiding well enough that this whatever thing peering into where I was hiding could not see me, I wouldn't react with noise. I'd react facially though.
I'm gonna come over and
It's a
like
gas monster.
You don't
pick
see
up the
anything
lantern.
in the fire other than it is a very bright animated fire, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna come over and pick up the lantern.
You
and, like,
cannot.
some
It
shit-
is welded to the
know
roof.
this.
It is like when you have a little light on top of a tall building so that planes don't crash into them.
Gotcha. Well, I'm
It
gonna
is the
try to
same
pick
thing.
it up and then fail.
Who has the crowbar?
The guy climbing up the building right now.
oh, do you? Okay.
Okay, I thought.
Yeah, because we were discussing whether Aelinor should keep the
that's right,
crowbar.
Leave it with Aelinor. You're right.
You did leave it with Aelinor, so Aelinor does
Yeah.
have the crowbar.
But this, if
We don't
if
want
we
it here.
take it and move it with us, it's still a danger in there.
I still have the other lantern in my bag, like, and I just pull that out and I just show Eleanor.
It's still a danger.
Put it
Just
back
so,
in the
like-
bag. Yeah, but
The
We should
lantern.
kill it now and send it back to
That's-
wherever.
oh, I think we should kill the thing
Hey,
inside.
Tobias, do you want to give me a wisdom save?
Is it to gay not be possessed?
Yes,
'Cause
you
he's
have
immune to that.
advantage.
Then I succeed.
Oh, do you
No,
just
it's,
automatically succeed?
It just-
Possession, he automatically succeeds.
Oh yeah, no, great. You just kind of see the firelight kind of like flickering in his direction for a bit before stopping.
Lucky, holy shit.
Smart.
Well,
Smart, not lucky. Smart.
Smart, true.
I'm just gonna
Be
kick the
lucky,
lantern
get smart.
again. Be like, you have no power here.
You know what's real lucky? The fact that you told me to go get your arrow instead of me messing with the one with the logo.
That is.
accurate.
Well, in retrospect, as soon as I said that, and you were like, "Oh, I'll go do this," I realized I was like, "Wait, I have that potion of climb active. I could have just gone and got it myself."
No. It was the right
It
choice.
was the right choice.
It was the right choice. How do we want to kill a gas monster in a lantern? How does does the lantern have like a little door that like is it like a gas lantern where you open the door? Or
It is a
how...
gas lantern. It does not appear to have any way to operate. It is because it is on the roof. It's not meant to be
I'm just gonna like
fixed.
line up like a nice
It's
swing.
always on.
Leave through it.
Bruin's gonna back away from the lantern as Eleanor is looking to.
All right, then I will do that. Then I will
For fuck's sake!
smite through the lantern.
Oh, smite through!
I don't think anybody has
Hell
like
yeah.
another. Yeah, of course I'm gonna smite.
Give me an attack roll for that then.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't gonna make you do an attack roll to just smack it, but
I mean, can I roll with advantage? We're all circled up around this thing. I'm taking
Flank
advantage.
the
All
lantern.
yeah.
right, cool.
It's less whether you hit. What I want you to do is roll the smite damage.
Yeah. And then smite damage, which will be 2nd level.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
You see your sword glows. You do a big swing through, smashing the lantern apart, sending glass and metal chunks everywhere. And kind of launched out of it is the sort of spectral form of the Vashara, kind of dissipating like the last time you smote the other one. But it is still very much together. And roll
I
initiative.
hit it again. Ah, damn.
You get 1 freebie because it was.
Do I
smart.
roll initiative yet? Or you
Yeah,
tell me
we'll
when
roll
to?
initiative. You're just a bit further away, innit? Oh, this game doesn't have my.
I was
handy
on my
frog for
belly.
these things.
To be fair, I did purposefully say I was on my belly, and it makes a lot of sense when I roll initiative there.
Mine didn't go to my.
But you also said you backed up. So did you back up on your belly?
I did. I scooted back on my belly.
Scooting.
100%.
Scooting his way along.
Yeah, he was right up to it. Then you're like, I'm gonna swing, and he's like, oh.
Scoot.
I lined up like a baseball bat.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, and I scooted away.
Tobias, this thing gets launched out of the broken lantern, taking form, quite clearly looking for some way to run or get out of here. Fly. What do you want to do?
Use my bonus action to put my hunter's mark on it. Actually, no, that's not up anymore because I cast protection from good and evil, so never mind. I don't do that.
True.
Instead, I'm just gonna shoot at it twice with my longbow. And did Vera get up with that arrow yet? or
Not
no?
yet.
Okay, that's fine. Then I'm just gonna use regular arrows.
Regular brand arrows. Both of those are hits.
Perfect. I guess I'll use my bonus action. I can't do Hunter's Mark, but I can do Slayer's Prey.
You can, yeah, absolutely.
Hunter's Mark Jr. So that
So
much
the
damage.
turn order is eating up all your rolls. So that's 21 damage altogether. Of course, these arrows launch through the thing, off into the great unknown.
Yeah.
But
Just firing arrows into town.
they do? It's clearly pained every time you do so. I mean, you've done this before. Next up is the other Tobias. No, wait. I've got cursed screen.
What? It's either me or the creature because we're both
It's the
14.
creature. I have on my DM screen cursed screen because I'm stupid and forgot how Roll20 works, and this is why you clear your initiative tracker, friends. But it is going to phase into the roof and just go down, kind of leaving a bit of like a cloud of gas in its wake, but it just launches down.
Down we go. How thick is
I'll
this
climb
roof?
down the rope.
How thick is the roof?
Window.
How thick is the
You
roof?
don't know how thick the roof is. You do know that there is an attic level of this building that has windows on the sides that you and Virik are climbing up on. And you still have the rope set up. The rope the rope setup.
The rope.
So Virik, who has not yet climbed the building completely, if you yell loud enough, might be able to just go into the attic.
Get in there!
Now, the attic doors, windows, are barred from the inside. They got the little like latches, so you're gonna have to open it up to go in. Virik, thieves' tools check, please.
Okay. So I don't have proficiency, so is it just
Sleight of hand then.
sleight of hand? Yes, that I can do. That I have proficiency with.
Yeah, it's one of the weird things in D&D is that they're actually the same role that you would use them in the same situation all the time. They don't really need to both exist. Aside from pickpocketing. A 16 is more than enough. Virik, you've picked these kind of windows before, like many times. You just need to get like a little small thing in and lift up the latch, and you can spend the rest of your turn tumbling in.
It's those outsourced Elven lock designs.
Can I also drink a health pot?
Shouldn't have outsourced them.
Yes. What you see inside is usually when you go into someone's attic, it's filled with old stuff or dusty. This is a completely new attic, wooden floors, like you know how attics have the thing like the ladder door hatch panel that has a word that is not that. Completely clean, nowhere to hide. So the Vashara is just floating in the middle, thinking it got like a moment of safety out.
Okay.
And that's your whole turn because you just drank a potion. Which if it's a regular one.
Yeah,
2d4
plus 2.
2d4 plus 2,
4.
yes. No, 2.
Okay.
It's 2.
Thought so.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Eleanor has a much harder time getting into the attic because there's no hatch or anything on the roof.
That's fine. I run to the rope.
And then just kind of
swing in. I'm gonna smash through the window.
Yeah, give me an athletics for
It's
that.
like a SWAT race.
Yeah, it's a Rainbow Six move. Just freaking breach the window.
Oh no!
There's a couple of ways this can go.
It's a really top window.
You swing back and swing in and bounce into it with enough force, but the force mostly goes into you. You weren't expecting that, which makes you let go of the rope, and you fall. Luckily, only 40 feet. Instead of the full 50.
Well, that's good.
That's good.
It's the little things, really.
It is.
Is anything good?
And you take a clean 20 fall damage.
All right.
That's not
Nice
terrible.
round number.
That was
Nice
was a
round
really
number.
Cool, yeah. It could be worse.
that might be one of my favorite crit fumbles I've ever had.
Just imagine what that would look like from the outside. Just epic, like launch, swing, thunk.
Luckily, you guys didn't see it.
Drop like a
Virik saw it from the inside. Barut, you heard that.
Yes, I did. I'm gonna go over to the edge of the roof and look down.
Go in the window I already opened.
I'll give you like a little.
That one doesn't have a rope by it though.
Lay down.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go to the window and. Do I have enough? I don't think I have enough movement to go down and then. Well, I mean, I don't know.
You do.
You tell me. Yeah,
you do because it's basically you. Unless you want to securely attach yourself to the rope, which would take up the whole thing. So that's why Eleanor fell, because it's like, okay, I'm just gonna slide down and swing. So you could do that. Absolutely. If you want to like securely attach yourself, then no, you can't. But if you want to go down and try and break in or sleight of hand the thing open in one turn without securely attaching yourself, A-okay.
Sleight of hand has a much lower risk associated with it.
It does. Or does
And I
it?
only have one less on the roll for sleight of hand. So
We'll just have like a pile of people down underneath the window.
I'm gonna try and sleight of hand. I'm gonna try and open it up. I'm gonna take a page out of Virik's book here rather than Aelenor's there. And
16 is good enough. Yeah, you actually managed to pick the window open and get inside where now you and Virik are on opposite sides of the attic, which is huge.
okay.
And Vashara is there in the middle.
Do I have a bonus action?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use it. It's just good to know.
God damn it.
Why do I do this?
I was gonna use it, and then I looked at my spells page, and now I have a very good reason why I'm not gonna use it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna use it.
Bias.
It's just good to know. Is maybe my favorite quote from this game thus far. All right, I want to do something that is gonna be super cool and is gonna work out exactly the way I want it to.
Both windows are open now.
Well, this is the thing, and I have that potion of climb still going, so I would like to go down through the side through the same window Virik went through.
Yes.
And then just kind of like run up by him and like as part of that grab the arrow from him that he carried up and do like a sweet knee slide and then shoot like 2 arrows, one of them being the magic one, directly into this thing.
Considering you have the potion of climbing, all yes.
Cool.
All yes.
Right.
Yeah. Gotta have sweet knee slides.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a fresh floor. It's probably been varnished recently, you know? It's...
Yeah. So we're gonna say the first attack is the magic. No, the second attack is the magic.
Yeah, you've learned.
Yeah, because you like knock an arrow on your way down, shoot it, grab one from Virik. That's a hit.
Ooh,
that is
baby.
also an exact same hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it would have a +1, so not really.
So that's 11 regular damage.
Yeah.
Plus Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
So 12 regular damage, and then the magic arrow is going to be 8.
Oh, damn it.
Ooh.
Plus
Okay.
Hunter's Mark. So that's 14.
So, as expected, the magic arrow, it straight up pierces it, similar to the fiend. Like, the arrow is lodged inside it, and you see the energy of the cursed creature kind of coalesce around it and also burn away from it, and it's kind of like grabbing at itself in complete shock and self-service, very close to completely dissipating, but not completely. And it has a turn. Can Tobias and Virik please give me the deck save, please?
Because if it just goes back up onto the roof, I'm gonna be mad.
Well, fuck.
Now that's an idea.
I'm paying this just because I.
Ooh,
What was it? Dexterity?
Dexterity.
Armed, frightened, possessed.
Ooh.
It does not give you any kind of benefit.
Okay, that's what I was checking.
Good check, though.
All right, dexterity save.
Oh, you both did really well. So you're both gonna take half damage.
It's okay, I'm still going down. Even though I healed. Because...
You're both gonna take half damage.
Of 35. The lightning bolt. You guys are in line again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 27 damage halved, which would be...
Okay. Oh, wait, how much was that?
27 halved, so that's...
So 13 in D&D.
Exactly, I'm stable but down.
Yay!
Hey! Good news, because...
and because it's so damaged, this lightning bolt is like a freaking... like, arc. Like, it just sort of launches it through you guys and, like, through the roof, leaving, like, a molten hole in the metal and stone supports. Oh, man, this is going to cost a lot on the insurance. Virik, you don't get to do anything. You having nice little sleepy times?
I had so many ideas of what I wanted to do.
Aeleanor!
Story of my life.
I sigh. I heal myself.
This keeps happening.
I climb the rope.
I was originally going to climb up to the roof, go
Considering
invisible,
the damage amount, don't even bother rolling. They'll probably kill it by the time you get up.
I'll lay on hands though for all of my
smart.
lay on hands.
Whoa.
Can Mr. Barut take their turn, please?
Yes. Tobias, where are you right now?
I'm like
Are you
in
right
front
next to
of
it?
Virik, but still on the other side of it, I imagine.
Are you directly in front of it, Ollie? Is he directly
Yeah,
in
you're like a line because you both just went through the windows.
Yeah.
So you're in
Now-
like a
Okay, far enough away though that he's not posing an immediate threat.
not in
to-
melee range of the thing.
Thank you. That's...
Neither of you are. None of you
Yeah.
are.
No, that's what I
There's three of you. One of you is taking a
Ah.
nice sleep, but
Yeah.
there are three of you.
Well, fuck it.
One of you tripped and one of you's taken a sleep.
17.
That is a hit.
For
Excellent.
13 radiant damage.
With that, you hear the thing scream and then just burn away into nothing in golden light.
I like to think that the guiding bolt went right by Virik's head as he fell down. Like,
And
through the,
the
arcing
magical arrow falls to the ground.
Excellent.
Twang.
And my idea was I was going to run up and yank the arrow out and stab it with it again.
lightning. Virik's already stable. I have no more spells.
Yep,
So
no, I'm just
I
going to
think I might have a regular health potion.
that would be good. Like, he's stable, so that's at least good.
I do.
Yeah, you could just let him
like-
sleep this off if you wanted.
I like how I made the point of drinking the health pot only to be one shot again.
Baruid is gonna walk over to the window and just kind of poke his head out. He's dead. You okay?
Yeah.
thumbs up.
All right. I'm gonna walk back in
I
and
gotta stop falling. I got the building.
No more high
Giant
places.
Yeah.
On the ground from here on.
Mountain, no problem. Buildings, whole other issue.
It's always me like jumping too.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are in a flying city. We-
But there's
Very
also
much-
only like 2 tall buildings in the city, and you ended up on one of them.
Baruid's gonna just sit down beside Virik and just like lean his head against the wall, take a little snooze.
I actually have spells, but guess what I didn't prepare today? Because I did Zone of Truth and Locate Object instead. I
Yeah.
thought we would be finding the
Yeah.
thing. The gubbin.
Yeah.
I guess I'll
good.
grab Virik and carry him down.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna go back
Might
to our
as well
rooms?
make use of this potion while I.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have the climbing potion, and if you allow yourself time, which you can just get down
I
safely.
mean, I'm not trying to speed run my way down this.
If we take
Which
this route
way-
here, we're gonna cut
Yeah.
ourselves around 30
Yeah,
frames,
you
which
can actually
How,
save
in
frames.
terms of the attic, is there a hatch down? Into
yes,
the
there
mid-
is a
I'm gonna
ladder
walk
hatch down.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk down the building normally, like by climbing through the ladder hatch and going
Taking
through
the
the building, taking
stairs.
the civilized.
It's a gnomish
route.
building, so it's not like it has one stairwell that goes all the way down. It's like you have to
Yeah.
go, then walk across
That's
the
fine.
root building, and take
Hey,
another
I'll know
stairwell.
This building, like inside out, by the time I'm done walking around here trying to find my way out, but I will do it.
Yeah, you can get all the way out, back down. And did you say you wanted to go back to your hotels and just sleep?
Taking a nice little rest sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think we can question the giant robot thing.
Did that gas lantern seem to be just a normal gas lantern that
Yes.
was put on top of the roof?
Yes.
They can just be in any gas lantern then. This one is not special, I say, waving the one around that was in my bag.
Well, you know for a fact that
It's
one is
special.
special.
But it's not special in the sense that, like, it's the only one they can be in. And I'm just going to throw it back in the bag very violently.
Man, you got ripped off. That was 50 gold.
Yeah, I know. What a waste.
So
I paid
the
6.
thing that Barut knows, which I know Barut is just being sassy,
Yes.
is that this is what originally contained them when they were cursed.
Yeah.
Which is the difference.
Yeah. I'm just being
Kind of
sassy.
locked them away. I'm just making sure that William knew that.
William does know that.
Well,
William is just mad.
Barut then is being sassy. I'm ever since coming back from Christmas, maximum word salad. It has been non-stop. No words are safe.
Yeah.
From the
Yeah,
salad
no,
dressing.
don't worry. William does know it, but Burrowit is just pissed off right now. Burrowit is very done. Burrowit doesn't like this city. Burrowit wants to go home. Burrowit is talking now in the third person.
So you go back to your hotels.
Yeah.
Your hotel rooms. And just crash. And rest.
Not before setting alarms.
Not before setting alarms for your remaining spell slots.
Correct.
And you rest for 8 hours?
Give or
And wake
take.
up to the sort of like late night, early morning kind of times, like 4 a.m. or so. Tired, achy, but what else is new in the middle of a quest? Virik is alive. Somewhere on the
Burrowit is
chart.
gonna, like,
Probably eating a lot of breakfast.
Yeah.
Burrowit stayed in Virik's room with him
did
just to monitor all night, basically, doing regular medicine checks to make sure there was nothing, terrible with him.
Good.
And just making sure he's alive. So I'm just sitting there when you wake up, Virik.
Which isn't that weird, because it happens
normal.
often.
Yeah,
This is perfect.
oh, yeah. I'm probably very used to waking up with either Brute or Aelinor over me.
And Burrowit actually has like almost a ritual setup going on right now around him. And it's like, so just to be clear, what he's doing is he's doing this, but trying to essentially extend it out further to not just be an action within 30 minutes. Like he's literally just trying to
You're
reach
doing
out
a whole ritual to see what the gods think about something. Yeah.
and to see what they think about the Althea situation and whether or not bringing her back would be right and just. Essentially, he's getting a moral check for himself. Was her purpose complete? is
You
the question
feel.
I'm asking.
Was her purpose complete?
Yeah,
Mm.
which is a different question.
That
Ult-
plus all the questions in your mind, because you know
Yeah.
that whatever you're asking to however it answers is less than direct, even in how you ask the questions.
Yeah.
You get back an answer of woe.
So I'm sitting there, sad, in front of you, Virik. Ultimately, with that ritual kind of laid out in front of me.
And I imagine Virik can, if not read the bones, understands the result after
Yeah.
Brute using it every now and again, you know?
Bag, wine.
Waking up,
Yeah.
starting to whine.
Yep. Well, with seeing that reaction, instantly just hands in the wine. Like, yep, this is happening.
And hold on, I might still have something. I believe I do. Hold on. Ah, yes, I do. Good. I'm gonna pour you some Crimson Mountain whiskey,
Hey,
Hey.
hand it off to you, and say
good drinking.
a little bit harder today, I think.
Yeah. Good call.
Cheers.
Cheers. And drink.
Yeah.
Because you're
So-
elves, you probably get a couple of hours of drinking in before the humans wake up. But you're not hard drinking, just drinking and chatting and planning. And you can all gather in probably Barut's room and figure out what you want to do next. I mean, they're nice big hotel rooms. They're even the kind of thing where you have a little side table and a couple of chairs in each room. So, and they're chairs that have never been sit-ins, so your imprints will last forever.
Burwood is
Good.
playing with his shield, actually, the treant face. And so this is a question that I have for you, Ollie, with regards to treants in general.
Yes.
Once they die, do their faces act somewhat like human faces do, in the sense that though rigor mortis essentially has set in, can they be moved?
In theory, yes. Based on just logic the brute knows. You also are aware that you did not kill a treant. You killed a tree that was animated,
Yes.
not a treant. Which
but
means...
it does still have the face on the shield.
But the face is... It was not how you have seen readings and writings of treants.
No,
and
of course. But
So,
In terms
At
of
this
applied
point-
logic, that's the
At
closest
this
thing
point,
that
you have a shield that has been varnished and set.
Okay.
So probably this cannot be manipulated other than with magic that can manipulate wood.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, it's not like gonna act. You can imagine that if you did have a treant face, then it would be very different.
Yeah,
Because
and
it would
that's kind of what
actually
I'm
be a
wondering.
creature's face, not a face burnt into
Well,
a tree.
that's kind of Burwitt's question ultimately, is whether or not, does the animation apply to the same thing as the creature? He's scientifically prodding at his shield right now because he's trying to occupy his mind. So I figured I'd ask you the question that he's asking anyways, just because,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like he's literally trying to like pull on the face. Trying to, like...
It's very well varnished.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you pulling on it is more likely to just straight up break the wood than manipulate it.
Mm-hmm. I would stop before breaking it, obviously.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I noted it. Alright, so you start getting together to plan and scheme, and he's just playing with his wooden face.
He's very distracted right now. I'm so mad at you. So mad.
All right.
So what's the plan, team?
Anyway,
Twitch chat aside, what is
well, it's
the
one
plan?
problem solved
We
at
should
least.
go
at least.
check up on our friend.
Yes.
Have any friends here?
Well,
We should go check up on our acquaintance.
yeah. One problem solved.
Anatoly.
Other one to do.
What's his name? Anatoly?
Anatoly.
Every time you're like, what's his name? Anatoly? You all know it. You just all don't have the
Right,
confidence.
It just doesn't. It doesn't read like that for some reason.
For some
that
reason,
name.
it doesn't clock in your brain as a known
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah. I think for Tobias, it's a respect thing. Like, I just don't respect him enough to
To
actually
remember his
Yeah, I
name.
think the Galeter knows his name.
Absolutely. No, that I understand. I could believe none of your characters remembering his name. Very much so. The one who remembers the name is Barut, and Barut doesn't like him.
So he pretends not to remember his
No, Burwitt knows his name. It's like when he says his name, you can tell it's etched in with anger into him. So, yeah.
Let's go see how Anatoly's doing.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's go talk to
Then
that.
maybe he can introduce us to his metal pet after. Like we were originally going to before all this devilry took hold of our evening.
Devilry's a strong word.
I'm
Accurate.
aware. That's why I used it.
Lesser devilry would be my argument.
If we're gonna start
That was an extra
categorizing
word.
devilry into like tiers, I feel like we're gonna end up
Literally
with-
my job. It's my whole job is to categorize levels of devilry.
Oh, so here's a valid point. What did you call that thing in your little book, and what category is it?
the big one is not lesser devilry. The Vishara are, and the thing is, I know the name are Vishara for those, so those were named.
Yeah, no, I was asking
As
the
such.
biggin.
The biggin. Burwood hasn't decided on a name yet, but he is contemplating. This is part of the reason why he's
got a brainstorm.
essentially- Well, that's why he's assessing the shield as well, right? Like he's essentially determining the difference in category between something animated and something that exists as a creature, the sensible gas form and their connection with the Vishara, and therefore then the connection with this creature. Obviously, the creature was very different and interacted with the moon, and there's a whole lot of factors going into it. So he's trying to come up with a name that makes sense with still the categorization of its association with the fiends that are the Vishara.
Yep, no, that went on a bit
You're
much. Yes!
Drinking?
I actually did. I was up for the whole thing. My brain was just sad. So
Sorry,
you
That's
go
great.
down.
Also being rude. That's all.
I can
All that.
see Bert actually saying that while they were drinking.
Yes.
And this very thing like,
Burwood is like literally. There's a page of brainstormed names for this thing.
You're also aware that it being some kind of fiend means there's probably literature on it somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you go downstairs to try and find Anatoly. He is in the ballroom, which also has the essentially the dining room as well. So there's people having their earliest breakfasts, and he is just drinking a gin. It smells like.
Burwood's gonna pull out the Crimson Mountain whiskey there and pull up a glass and pour a glass and offer it to him.
He'll take it, and he'll say, "So you dealt with it. I mean, you changed the sky back. It's getting.
It is no longer on. Yeah, it's dead. I'm not gonna try to. Gone, deceased, no more. No longer part of this. I'm sorry, I can't. This is an ex-fiend.
He nods, not as amused, drinks some of the whiskey, and kind of shivers from the strength of it.
Yeah, this is strong shit.
his big gnomish ears are like a little droopy, either from the morning or just from the sad. And he nods and's like, so we should probably continue with what we were planning on doing. You talking to the mainframe.
Yeah, that's the idea.
If you all want to do that.
Well, here's the thing. This creatures, corpses, whatever word you choose, are no longer a threat here, which is good. But we have no idea if this has any connection with the original threat that we came here to investigate. And if it doesn't, that's super unfortunate coincidence on your part. And if it does, then that means they'll probably be following up with something. They don't seem like the types to just lay down and give up. And in either case, knowing where the Gatestone is at the very least is a good step in preventing its misuse.
It wouldn't be the first time they've used other forces as a distraction to try and get to what they wanted while we were busy fighting things.
That's true. Although any group that stoops to light devilry is surely not a group that can even defend its motives.
Yep.
I'm at least a believer that there's no such thing in coincidence, which is being tested extremely so.
There's only coincidence is the issue. So everything looks to be like it's without coincidence. But we can discuss philosophies later.
He drinks the rest of the whiskey and swivels and stands up, which changes his height not at all. And we'll just start walking and like get his coat from like the side of the bar while he's going and start moving, because it's a little chilly up to here, but not to you. Like, well, let's go and talk to my supposedly evil leader of my robots.
No one said he was evil, just misguided.
The insight check, by the way, is for whether or not he is believing us.
Ooh, about what? About you killing the thing?
No, all of it. The whole shebang, his entire take. So, with a 22, he wasn't believing. His demeanor to you has changed completely since figuring out you're connected to Althea. And that's just damaged him. Like, clearly. He's a bit of a con man, so he's keeping some face, but clearly the face he's not even able to keep up a complete mask to you guys. So that's really, now he believes you because, again, coincidence. It's more than a coincidence that you are here after Althea and all that. So yeah. Good, thank you.
Cool. he will start walking over to his manor. He will look up at the damage, at the slate that's all fallen down. There's no body of the demon anymore. It phases away as they do. There's the guttering all off the front of the building is like down on the floor. There's a hole in the paving that goes up to the door because Eleanor fell on it in full armor. He just looks at the damage to his manor and just sighs. And then just keeps going.
So there's nothing left of that big creature that I could take at all.
You absolutely wasted your chance. You slept for a long time.
Yeah, fair.
Well, to be fair, he also was unconscious.
Yeah.
He did not waste his chance. We didn't let him have a chance.
Yeah. Fine.
But yes, ultimately.
You go in. He goes down into the basement, which appears to be like essentially a wine cellar sort of thing. Goes up to a larger version of the maintenance doors that the governors use. Goes through his keychain, finds a key, unlocks it, and starts walking through the maintenance tunnels. And he says, this should lead straight directly to the mainframe with no funny business. These maintenance tunnels follow a logic that is designed for clockwork minds, not organic minds. Of course, usually gnomish brains have an affinity and can understand it, but shouldn't be long. Just a walk, some ladders.
I'm going to turn to the others. Do we still want to stealth, or do we want to walk right in?
I have no more patience. You can all do as you wish. I'm walking direct.
The other two?
I have no penchant for stealth anyway, and I prefer to face these things directly on.
Eleanor, I'm scared about how much I'm becoming like you.
I'm very proud.
You are learning something.
Always learning.
Well then, fuck it. I'm just going to walk with you guys.
Yeah. He leads you down, again, like I said, over a period of around an hour. It could be a lot faster if you didn't have him, but he's leading the way. But he is not an adventurer. He is not particularly fast. He is a gnome.
I just want to pick him up.
Yeah, I was about to pick him up and say which way.
He would not let you do that.
Let might not be in the cards. No, I'm joking. Don't worry.
You're not that angry yet.
I'm not that much like Eleanor yet. Give it time.
So he leads you down to the mainframe's chamber, the ring around the central dome. Down here, Barut, are ticker machines that are recording what the governors see, but in essentially binary. You wouldn't be able to understand it even if you did sit and read it. And this big, ominous, humming metal chamber in the middle of it, which he goes up to and unlocks. And before the door opens, he just turns back and is like, I have a bad feeling. But here we go.
We all have a bad feeling about this. Perhaps you should not walk in first.
Personally, I feel great about this.
Tobias, why don't you walk in first?
This is... you start walking him hard. This is my city. These are my mistakes. If this is all linked to the horrible things that are happening, I will take the first steps, and if it eats me with its metal jaws, then it does so.
I'm gonna kneel down beside him, like, totally not even doing the respecting of height thing and talking to him normally, because I don't like him. But I'm gonna kneel down next to him, and I'm just gonna say, first of all, don't be an idiot. Second of all, yes, this is your fault. Third of all, we are here so that people don't die. Your people. Don't be stupid. Let us walk in first. And with you. But don't be an idiot. You and I have unfinished business after this conversation. You're going to be alive after this conversation, as far as I'm concerned. I will make sure of that.
He nods and just waves his arms, which make the door open into a chamber that starts off dark, but then gas lanterns on the walls spark and light.
Great.
All the lanterns here are gas. It's how the gnomes operate.
I know. I'm just
yeah.
mad at them for it.
While they're having that little tour, Virik turns to Tobias. And says, why did he give them metal jaws anyway? That just seems like a bad idea.
I don't know, man. Like, just look at this place. The ostentatity of
Burwood's just gonna rub his head hearing it.
is just.
Oh, that's
You tried. You tried so hard.
It's perfect.
Burwood's gonna stand up and walk in.
Yep, I'm walking in.
Fuck it.
You walk in.
Yeah.
And this is where we're going to take a quick break.
Oh, fuck.
Before I die.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're going to be back in a couple of minutes.
Hey, it ain't angry yet, at least I don't think.
Yes, it is.
You don't think.
It's a beholder. They're all